Hi everyone! Today we are building an LGBTQ+ nightclub and bar in The Sims 4 to celebrate the start of Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone! This is such a fun time of year, full of joy, and I was just thinking about what would be a good way to celebrate that on my channel. And I'd actually been wanting to have a lot like this in my game for so long now because I play with so many queer Sims, and I could never find one that was perfect for what I wanted, kind of the city vibe where there's a more chill queer bar space and also a nightclub, so I figured I would just wrap it all into one and build it here in myshuno. Originally, I was going to make this a lesbian bar because if you don't know, there are barely any lesbian spaces like that left in the United States. So many have closed over the years. And so I might still build one in the future, but for the start of the month, I wanted this to be just a general queer-friendly space because that's what Pride is all about. I really love how open and accepting the Sims community is though. I mean, if you look at us, there's a huge percentage of LGBTQ+ players, and from the beginning of the Sims franchise, you could always have same-sex couples, and then over the years, they've tried to make it more and more inclusive to trans and non-binary folks with the pronouns update, and also we're able to more easily set our Sims sexuality, so it's definitely not perfect by any means yet, but I know that's a difficult task for the Sims team to fix because the game was built on such a strong gender binary, so I'm really hoping that in The Sims 5 they go at it from a new approach that isn't so gender focused because I know that would mean a lot to so many players, including myself. A little bit about the build, I took some inspiration from Pinterest and Google and real life when I was building this. Originally, I was going to put this on that 30x20 lot in the fashion district where the karaoke bar normally is, but I didn't really like the vibes of the rest of the buildings for that, since I knew I wanted this to have a lot of brick, so I figured the spice district would be better for that. It's just that these bigger lots can be a little bit intimidating, but I'm actually really happy I built it here because the debug buildings really sell it, in my opinion, that it's like a busy area and not just a standalone building, but a bunch of them in one area. Plus the water behind here looks so good. I actually end up moving this to the other lot right next to it. You'll see that at some point because the gallery photo for this lot is just so tragic. There's like a tree that is just completely blocking the whole view. So you can place it on either lot if you do download this. I think it looks good in both spots, but when you see me move the lot over, that's why. I used a lot of live edit items on this build though, like the debug fences and obviously the debug buildings. And you'll see later I place a bunch of random stuff outside like pallets and trash bags and stuff like that because we are in a city and that is just very realistic to have that kind of stuff just laying around. I actually grew up in Tampa, Florida, and the main area where all of the bars and clubs were, it's called 7th Ave, was honestly very disgusting, like trash everywhere and just so many wild, unhinged people, like some of the strangest people you'll ever meet, and they're intoxicated beyond belief, so even more so. So I did take a little bit of inspiration from there. It's not nearly as trashed in this build as it was there, but you know, I had to take a little bit of inspo from my real life. It took me a bit of time to figure out the right shape and everything though, and that's where Pinterest especially helped me because I could look at how the front of buildings that look like this look in real life, so that's always clutch. Like, if you're struggling with build inspiration, I definitely recommend making a Pinterest board and just saving buildings that you like the look of, because sometimes I have no idea where to start building, and then I find a real life building that is the perfect vibe, and then I can just go and build for like 3 to 4 hours and I can't be stopped. Plus, if you save a bunch of pictures that you like the vibes of, Pinterest will recommend similar ones so you can get even more build ideas that way. I was also kind of struggling with how I wanted to make the lot look obviously queer because I didn't want to have it look overdone, like too tacky. I mean, there's definitely a time and place for an all rainbow build, and I do love that, but that wasn't what I was going for on this slot. I wanted it to be a bit more realistic, but I ended up using some of the stuff from the Party Essentials kit that came out recently. They have an item that's just like vertical rainbow stripes that I put up against the brick that I thought looked really good and really gay, but like not too obnoxious. And I also used some of the rainbow confetti outside the door of the bar, so it kind of looks like they're celebrating Pride, and I thought that was really cute. I do also use some pride flags inside, obviously, but there was kind of a fine line I was balancing between overdoing it and feeling like I didn't want to underdo it, because this is a pride build, obviously, but I'm pretty happy with the result. I also used some of the wall lighting from the Party Essentials kit, like the glowing blue and purple decals, and I think they look really cool, especially behind the Penny Pizzazz sign. I thought that was cute to use Penny Pizzazz on the billboard for the club because she's definitely queer and she's kind of that girl. I feel like she's always out at the club, so I figured that would be perfect. I also wanted to make sure that there was plenty to do here, and there's actually 3 spots that your Sims can woohoo. I have a dumpster placed, a photo booth, and a closet, so your Sims have options on this lot, just saying. There's also 2 separate bar areas, 2 hookah spots, a bunch of pub games and stuff upstairs on the bar side. There's a food stall, and outside, the fountain that I placed down is one of the ones that you can have your Sims play in, and I always think that's so cute. I'm pretty sure you can have them add soap and stuff too. They might have to be in a playful mood. I'm honestly not sure about that, but I always love when my Sims play in the fountain low-key. When Get Together came out and we got that item, I used to have my Sims play in there all the time. But now I've started working on the interior, and it took me a little bit to figure out what vibe I wanted for the bar. I didn't know what layout would be best, color scheme. All of it was kind of up in the air, but once I changed the lighting to be kind of that pinky red color, it all came together pretty easily. And I figured that pink was perfect for a queer bar because it is kind of giving lesbian vibes, but it's also just giving gay vibes in general, so it's definitely a nicer, cleaner bar than I've ever been in, but it's like fairly spacious, clean, simple vibes, but still really cute, and like I said, there's a lot to do, so it's actually really fun to visit. I do recommend that you guys use some mods to help make this lot even more fun to visit. Totally not required, but I personally use Auto Employees by Little Miss Sam so that I can have 2 bartenders and also have someone run the food stall without having to hire anyone myself. And I'd also recommend that you guys use MC Command Center and actually change how many Sims can spawn on your lot. By default, it's 20. I have mine set at 40 currently, and that just helps to make the lot feel more full and lively. Again, totally not required, but I do think that the club is more fun in The Sims when there's a lot of people there dancing and just more people to interact with. Sorry if the audio sounds a bit jumpy in this video. I had to do this voiceover on 2 separate days, but we're out here. I just wanted to make sure I had this up in time for the start of Pride Month because I think it's super fun to have your queer Sims go out and meet other queer Sims for Pride, especially when Pride Month is happening in real life. So some updates for me. Some of you have probably seen I've been doing some gameplay on my channel, and it's been really fun for me so far. I knew I wanted to play with seasons at the start, but it's been really enjoyable to just casually focus on that. So I have a goal, but it's not like I have all this pressure that I sometimes put on myself, which is silly, I know, but it's just The Sims. But there's just such good gameplay from other Simmers out there that I love to watch. And so it can be hard to not compare yourself to others in that way, but I really try not to and just tell myself like, all Sims content is valid, no matter what form. Everyone has their own style, and just seeing other Simmers be super successful is awesome because we're all a big collaborative community. So even for smaller channels like mine, just seeing some Simmers really pop off gets me really excited because that means that the Sims community is thriving and flourishing. I've actually filmed a bunch of episodes of my gameplay series that I haven't posted yet because I'm trying to space out my uploads a bit, especially because I'm moving soon. I swear every time I do an update video, I'm like, yeah, I'm moving soon, but I think it will be in early July now. I mean, like, I start grad school in August, so I gotta get there soon, but honestly, I'm a bit nervous to start because I've just been on a gap year working and just chilling, really, like working on this channel and just enjoying my break from school, but I'm nervous to have that kind of workload again, and I'll be in English courses, so it's going to be a lot of reading and writing, so I'm a little bit in denial about how much less time I'm gonna have. Recently though, just enjoying gameplay that I can record for like 40 minutes to an hour and then just cut it down, doesn't take so long to film and edit like some of my other videos do, it just makes me feel better about my channel. Like, even if I don't have a lot of time, I love playing The Sims, so I know I'll make some time to play it. And then I can just hop on, film some gameplay, edit it, and then post that kind of content when I'm busy. So I'll always love building too, even in eras where I'm not really playing. I've always just enjoyed building because it's just a time that I can be creative and relax, so I'll definitely still be posting builds and stuff too. We'll see how I'll be able to balance my workload though with grad school classes, working as a TA, and doing my channel. I also have another job that I'm able to work on demand, like just pick up shifts and go in, so I am a bit stressed, but you know, we'll persevere. I know there's been a lot of exciting Sims news lately though. The new poolside and bistro kits just came out, and what I'm really excited about is the new expansion pack that they teased. It's like love focused, which I don't even know what that means, but I'm so psyched to have a new world to build in, new build content, and obviously new gameplay. I've seen a lot of people saying that they think we're getting online dating with the new pack, just based on what they've teased so far. And I think so too, honestly. It's about time. I have a mod that lets you do online dating in-game, but having it in the actual game is so exciting because, like, come on, so many people use online dating in real life. Like, that's how so many people find each other these days, especially in the queer community, because it can be harder for queer people to find each other in real life. You know, like, you see someone out, you may not know if they're gay, if they're queer. And I know especially for trans people, it can be even dangerous in some situations because there are just some really awful, hateful people out there who are super transphobic. Obviously not in The Sims, but yeah, it's just a great way to add some more realism to the game. I'm pretty much done with the bar at this point, and now we're working on the nightclub part of the build. And I went in with that lighter purple color for the lighting, and I think it just looks so cute. I wanted this to be more of the party space and then the bar to be more of the chill space, so I went in with a more modern aesthetic, kind of a light blue, purple, and black color scheme with a lot of like glowing accents and stuff, so I'm pretty happy with how this side turned out too. Oh yeah, save file update as well. I am still working on that in the background. Most of the builds that I've been making will be going in my save file, including this one, because I do plan on renovating San Myshuno as part of it. I'm not sure if I plan on doing every world. It would be fun, but really time consuming, obviously. I am mostly done with Willow Creek. I just need to finish another build or two, add all of the finishing touches, and then create a bunch of Sims families, and then update some of their houses to really feel like they're the ones that live there. So I'll probably post a version with just Willow Creek and probably Magnolia Promenade as well, because I have been working on some other videos for the series I started that was rebuilding Magnolia Promenade with all multi-purpose lots, so that should be released with the Willow Creek version as well. And then I'll probably just passively work on that while I'm in grad school because, like I said, I'll probably be short on time. It took me a bit to figure out what I wanted in the downstairs area of the club because it's really just the dance floor, and I obviously already had the bar and the tables upstairs, and I was like, okay, what else would you even see in a club besides that? So I just added in some seating, even though I know those couch seats are probably so disgusting, but it's The Sims, so luckily they'll stay nice and you won't catch anything off of them. But I also added in an ATM, and I went through and just added some extra like scuffs on the wall, some bottles laying around, just to make everything feel a bit more realistic. I also used the new disco ball from the party kit, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish it was bigger. Like, if you're not using short wall height, it's way too tiny. I think it looks okay on short wall height, but yeah, y'all know. I just wish it was bigger for that more like dazzling effect. But anyway, I'm going in and adding all of the finishing touches to the outside and adding in all of the live edit objects and everything to just tie it all together. So next time I play and stay in myshuno, I'm so excited to have my Sims come visit here. I did playtest this just to make sure that everything was working, but I haven't done any real gameplay here yet, so let me know if any of you guys download this and if you have your Sims celebrate Pride on this lot. And I hope that everyone has a super happy Pride Month in The Sims and especially in real life. And I think I'm going to end this voiceover here. You can download this lot over on my gallery page. It's just the same as my YouTube at SimGraze. And there are some screenshots at the end for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.